My mum made me sweep the kitchen with a toothpick.
I would hate my mum.
Bro, do you know? No, I wasn't even angry. I was angry because in my head, this shit don't make no sense.
Sometimes though, I preferred beating to certain things. So I hated having to lift up my hands and face the wall. That was like to me, that's child abuse. I'm just gonna tell my mum now. Raise your hand.
So you've rationalized in your head that a form of aggression is going to get your point across. You shouting at me, you throwing things at me, you're taking all different sorts of weapon as if you're an Avenger. And
one gladiator. Why you? So
it makes no sense. You're behaving like a criminal. Lazy parenting is just hitting your kids because you thought, you know what? Make sure that her presence was felt because she wasn't there in the physical, and for me that meant something. The fact that she made an effort to be present in my life. I also consider my mom a safe space right from me. So even when she was there in the physical, all I've ever known about my mom is that I can talk to my mom about absolutely anything. She's like probably an unorthodox mom, but I remember having a sex talk when I was 11. I remember.
Was that pregnant?
And it wasn't even that kind of.
Yes, she did have sex talk actually.
Because she can have those conversations with me. It's just terrible. You're not a typical mom at all. Hi, I'm Morana's mom.
Hi. Hi, mommy.
Hello, darling. So, introduce. Hi, I'm Dion. Nice to meet you. I'm August. Okay.
Nice to meet you. And it's controversial, and we did speak about it earlier, and we're going to talk about our disciplining. And now we're going to speak about it while the mums are here, get their insight, because while they're speaking about it, you know, like, I'm going to.
So what do you feel about disciplining then? You want to get smacked?
How many times did you even be as?
That's a lot. You guys, you guys learned discipline really early. I was saying to them that my kids used to crawl around a decorated cake when they were little because we would smack them. Their father was a cake decorator, and if you tapped, it was sugar. So if you tapped it, everything could really literally crash. So they were taught to crawl around it, or they would get this. We used to do that, or tap them, you know. But we didn't smack you people like that.
Yeah, no, like we can. I think out of 4 of us, we can all kind of like count very significant things that we did that kind of warranted a smacking. So, you know, Bira trying to burn down the house. Ami and Bira, I remember when we had that ledge thing. So we lived in a duplex, and we had there was this ledge that we had when you came out of the living room. So my brother and sister used to play this game. I don't know what kind of stupid game.
In the front room.
No, they would climb over the ledge and then walk on the edge.
Oh, was that what they were doing?
Yes, they were walking on the edge of the ledge. So one day, my sister slipped, and she was hanging off from one floor of my house.
I died many deaths.
Luckily, no, seriously.
I thought I was going to kill myself.
Luckily, we lived in a house where my dad's business was running out of the house, so my dad's staff they were in the house. So I think it was Uncle Chika who was there, was standing outside, asking my sister to jump.
And I was at the top thinking, okay, don't jump, just let me try and carry you
from the. So they were very significant things that my siblings, or when Ami cut the back, she just got scissors and just. Cause she had your hair full, and she just cuts the back of her hair. My dad
I did that.
Oh,
that's one of my.
Is you want to cut your hair? Okay, Baba is coming to the house. We're going to shave our hair today.
My daughter did that, and then we took.
What's with the cutting of hair?
She just cut chunks out. I was like, Maji, what you doing? It was just. I thought it's funny because she had just come back from my dad's house, so her granddad, and in my head I was like, did his wife cut her hair? Bad things were going through my. I was like, whoa, who cut your hair? She was like, I did. I was like, pardon? Show me. What did you use? Show me the scissors. I could see specks of hair. I was like, where's the hair? She went in the bin in my study and she pulled it out. I was like, I don't know. So what are we gonna do now? I want to cut it. So I want to look like a boy. Like, okay. And she wrote that. She went to school with level 2, 3, and she felt like a G. And I was like, wow, I can't even be mad. I didn't even feel the need to discipline her for that because I'm someone that's I take into consideration what she wants.
Yeah.
People say I'm raising a free-spirited child.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
That's not a bad thing.
So raising a very free spirit. I want her to be confident in herself and have her own identity. And so when she said that, I was like, okay, if that's what we're doing, then okay, let's do it, I suppose. And she's insistent, and she just goes with it, and I'm like, okay. So it wasn't like she'd done something. I didn't want her to think she'd done something wrong. Like, your hair is not your identity, if that's what you say. So there was never a need to discipline her for that particular thing.
But do you think we shouldn't smack? We shouldn't have smacked.
No, I was for it. It was these two.
Okay, so you guys never got
You're
smacked.
instilling
No, I did.
the idea
Okay.
I
that
really
if
did.
you do something wrong, or if your child does something that you don't agree with, the correct reaction is you as a figure of authority is to hit them. You're teaching violence from early. You're teaching that you don't know your child enough to give them a punishment or a form of discipline that goes in line with their personality.
Okay, so what should we do?
true, yeah.
So if you had this 2-year-old, so you'd call him and say, let's have a conversation, darling.
It's
Let's have dialogue
a
about.
2-year-old.
But you're not
You
beating
think
them
you
up.
guys are
beating them.
conflating a beating and ass
Yes.
whooping with a
Yeah.
Yeah.
different.
You
That's
can
still
smack
Like,
them.
don't chew
Smacking.
on that. So every time they chew on it, they've learned this is gonna happen. They stop chewing on it.
Like
It's
it's
so
a toddler
simple.
that has
It's
smeared
so
shit
different.
everywhere.
Yeah.
For me, so
Tell me you're not going to give that child an ass whooping.
That's not what kids do.
Okay, that's a lot of people's problem. They don't know what
I
kids
think
are capable of.
I'm just coming to from the perspective of, I just personally feel like I don't agree with
I don't agree.
I don't want to teach my child that someone can touch you without you wanting them
You're
to.
their mother. You're
I know,
not someone.
I know, but if I'm going to teach you autonomy or of anything, of yourself or of your personality, I don't feel like I can't go against my own teaching and feel like that means I can then hit you because you haven't listened to me, because I don't want to go against what I can teach you. That's just me personally. I'm not saying that kids don't learn from smacks and don't learn from beats and stuff like that. I just personally don't agree with putting my hands on my child. My mom and dad smacking
So
standards.
you think you're never going to hit your child?
I
can't wait
no,
to be
not
there when
never,
you
but
have your
I really hope I don't.
Okay, so
because-
you have upholstery in your house. It's all white and the walls are white, and you come home and there's palm oil. Palm oil is red,
Yeah.
by the way. On the chairs everywhere,
he's
and
not
your
catching
child has
hands.
palm oil in his hair
Yeah.
and on his body
And
and
you're
on
not gonna
your
beat that
walls.
child.
And you're just come back
I
from
wouldn't.
work
I wouldn't.
at 6
Honestly,
o'clock.
no,
and tired.
knowing me.
I
I'll
would-
put a bucket. I'll put water. Yeah, scrub.
Yeah.
Scrub.
I wouldn't
That's
think
not
of
what
that.
you do. Scrub.
Yeah.
And
Your
you
2-year-old to scrub.
scrub it, because my mum, my auntie
I'm gonna set it up. Yeah.
No, my auntie never took it easy on me. In terms, my auntie didn't really smack me. My mum smacks me, but the punishments that really stuck was if I did something wrong, if I messed up something or I said something back, she'd give me a toothpick, sweep the floor. And
With
I
the- what
a
toothpick?
toothpick, and it was
Oh, she told you to sweep with a toothpick.
yes, sweep the floor with a toothpick, and I was so frustrated. I'm thinking I don't like. I was just like, I was so angry. I was
That's
like,
torture. That's different.
That's torture. But
Yeah.
because once she gives me that, I'll cry. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll beg, like, please, I don't want to do it. And she'll be like, okay, fine. Have you learned a lesson? And she'll tell me, write down what you have learned. And I've just learned it. For me personally, my parents, like, my dad's different. My dad is, I don't have time to talk. Just let it go. But for me, I just feel as though I'll teach you consequences that I feel will reflect. For me, I want to reflect the real world, because the real world, no one is touching you because you've done something wrong. That's just what I want to do, and I want that to reflect in my own home. So if you do something wrong, smacking, I don't want that to be a response, because outside in the real world, you being smacked, I would expect you to.
Outside in the real world, they don't smack
no
you.
one's
They
gonna
beat
smack
you.
No,
that's
Yeah, but you're not saying that you would do that.
No,
though, would you, with a
I'm
toothpick?
not saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying is that outside in the real world, no one would. Like, if you do something wrong, like a mistake, or you didn't listen, the expectation is not for you to get smacked. It is as like an adult, like me.
In the real world, you get smacked.
But in the real world, I'll tell you them to retaliate. Now in my home, don't retaliate because I'm the mum.
Yes.
So why would you tell them to
Standard.
retaliate in the real world?
If you did something wrong, like what's it called? I don't know. You spill something over, because some parents can smack because I told you don't play around those stuff, because if you play around it, it spills. Your child run around it, hit the table, it spills, and because I told you, I'm gonna like give you a smack on the bum. In the real world, if I make something as minor a mistake as that, no one is gonna hit me for that. So I don't want that to reflect back here, because I don't want you to hit you for something that I feel like.
So you have to do something really serious before
Maybe
you
I
can.
have a utopia in
If
my
I can
head.
give a solution, I'm going to give a solution for you.
I love that you said. I really love that you said that.
I can
You said
understand
that.
that.
So you make a mess,
Definitely.
you clean it up. You spill something, you clean it up. You're not going to get smacked for it, you clean it up.
Of course,
Yeah.
no, but that's standard. I feel a lot of people, especially when you don't have children, maybe. And I know it's not all parents are like this, because Carol doesn't agree with smacking. But I'm not saying if Dunny spills a drink, clean it up. That's standard. That's common sense. Dunny cleans it up without me saying. I'm like, what's that? Don't worry, I'm cleaning it. You have it from the other room. It's cool. Like, we don't need to discuss that. But if you've done something that, especially where Dunny is a child that knows right from wrong.
Yeah.
She's a very, very intelligent child. Yeah. If you're going out of your way to do something you know is wrong
deliberately,
you need a speaking to, or and it depends on the level of what it is.
Yeah.
So I'll give you an example. Lying is intolerable in our household. Totally intolerable, because my thing is I lie to my mum a lot, and I know how that affects. There was no need for it, but it was from a place of fear. I don't want the need to fear me to not, because that then leads to not being able to speak to them about general things. We don't want that. So one day she was doing homework, and she took my other phone and she was using the calculator, and she came and she said, "What does invalid error or something mean?" But the phrase she used the first time was wrong. So I was like, what are you talking about? I don't know. And she went and she came back. "Oh, I mean, what does invalid error?" She now said. And I was like, I put two and two together. I was like, you're doing homework. You're asking me what does invalid error mean. I looked at my other phone. I'm like, are you using a calculator to do your work? No. Because the first time I then asked her, where did you get the invalidation? Oh, I saw it on YouTube. So that was the lie. That's what triggered me. So when she came back the second time, I put two and two together. I was like, what are you doing? And then I saw the calculator and everything. And I was like, but you lied to me. And that's what she got beat for. She didn't get smacked because she took the thing. She got smacked because you had gone out of your way. Deep it. She had formulated a lie to justify. So she was doing wrong, and then she lied. She didn't get smacked for using calculator or doing it wrong. She got smacked because she went out of her way to create a lie to cover her back. She didn't need to do that. So she got smacked that day. And that is something that she did that warranted a smacking. And then after that, I sat down. Anyone that knows me and Dunny knows, I'm very open with Dunny. Conversations galore. Maji, do you know what you did? Yeah. What did you do? She gave me a silly excuse first. I was like, no, that's not what you did. Think about what you did. I told you a lie. She said, okay. Do we lie in this house? No, mommy. Are you going to do that again? No, mommy. Dunny doesn't lie. There's no need for it. That warranted a beating. I'm not going to come.
Do you feel like I should have
I
understood that
wouldn't
without the beating or
I
the
wouldn't
beating?
Maybe. I don't know, but
beaten for that.
assisted.
I would have had the conversation. I would have talked and said that it was wrong, and I would have maybe done some other punishment. I wouldn't. The only time I would have smacked is like as a very young child, if they're putting his hand in the fire like that to make them.
Yeah, that's
That's safety.
If his life was at risk because of some. And because of the young age, they do not understand. So that is
after a certain age, you can't smack anyone.
But other than that, I
you as a
mum.
My mum.
I would talk to him from a young age. If he was too young to understand, I would either take away something from him, take away a toy or a game or something as a punishment, give him a punishment.